Hello, everyone. Welcome to back my channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before starting the video, please go ahead and hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. The 1,000-pound sisters universe has never been short on surprises, but the latest wave of fan speculation has stirred up a question few saw coming. Is Amy Slaton now smaller than her sister Misty? For years, Amy's weight struggles, personal challenges, and triumphant moments have been at the heart of the hit TLC series, but viewers are now buzzing over the possibility that Amy has surpassed another family member in her journey toward health. In this deep dive, we'll explore how this rumor began, the family dynamics at play, what it could mean for Amy and Misty's relationship, and why the fan community is so fascinated by these shifting weight milestones. Family built on weight struggles. The Slaton family story has always been about more than numbers on a scale. While Amy and Tammy were the focal point of 1,000-pound sisters from the beginning, other relatives, like siblings Chris Combs and Misty Slaton, have played their parts in shaping the narrative. Misty, though not as heavily featured as Tammy or Amy, has always been part of the family tapestry. Viewers remember her appearances during pivotal family conversations, especially when the siblings discussed their shared health battles. Though not as outspoken or camera-focused as her sisters, Misty carried her own weight-related struggles quietly, but visibly. Fans often assumed that Amy and Misty were fairly close in size, though Misty typically seemed a bit smaller on screen. But over the past few seasons, things have shifted dramatically. Amy's transformation journey. When 1,000-pound sisters first aired, Amy Slaton Halterman, as she was known then, weighed around 400 pounds. Her biggest motivation to lose weight was her dream of becoming a mother. Unlike Tammy, Amy qualified for bariatric surgery relatively early, thanks to her determination and ability to stick to the program. Amy's surgery led to significant weight loss, and soon after, she was blessed with her first child, Gage. Later, she gave birth to a second son, Glenn. Fans celebrated with her, though they also worried when her weight appeared to fluctuate after pregnancies and during stressful moments in her personal life. But even with setbacks, such as her divorce from Michael Halterman and the stress of being a single mom, Amy has shown a determination to keep pushing forward. Her body looks noticeably slimmer in recent updates, and fans can't help but compare her progress with her siblings. Who is Misty Slaton? Misty hasn't been in the spotlight as much as Amy, Tammy, or Chris. She's often portrayed as the quieter sister, staying out of major drama, but still supportive when needed. Fans recall her involvement in conversations about family health, urging Tammy and Amy to take their conditions seriously. While Misty has never been labeled as morbidly obese in the same way her sisters were, she has struggled with her weight over the years. Many viewers estimated she weighed somewhere in the 250 to 300-pound range, though TLC never put specific numbers on screen for her. Because Misty hasn't had the same dramatic weight loss surgery story as Amy, fans assume her weight has been relatively stable. That's why the idea that Amy might now be smaller than Misty is such a shocking revelation. The spark that ignited fan speculation. The conversation about Amy possibly being smaller than Misty began after recent fan-shared photos circulated online. In these candid snapshots, Amy looked noticeably slimmer, her face more defined, her frame visibly reduced compared to her earlier seasons. Meanwhile, in a family gathering clip that aired recently, Misty appeared almost the same size as before, maybe even slightly larger due to natural weight fluctuations. Side-by-side comparisons led fans to question, has Amy finally surpassed Misty in her transformation? On Reddit and Facebook fan groups, threads exploded with comments. Y'all, is it just me, or is Amy smaller than Misty now? I never thought I'd see the day Amy outshines Misty in size, but here we are. Amy looks great, and I think she's finally smaller than Misty. It's wild to see the tables turn. This kind of buzz proves just how closely viewers watch every family detail. Numbers versus perception. It's important to note, neither Amy nor Misty has publicly shared recent weight updates. TLC 2 tends to keep the exact figures under wraps, preferring to show progress visually rather than with numbers. That leaves fans to play the guessing game, relying on before and after shots, interviews, and candid moments. But perception can be tricky. Camera angles, clothing choices, lighting, and even posture can make one person appear larger or smaller than another. Still, there's little denying that Amy looks significantly slimmer than she once did. And since Misty doesn't appear to have lost major weight during the same period, it's plausible Amy really has edged ahead. What this means for Amy. For Amy, surpassing Misty in size is more than just a bragging right. It symbolizes how far she's come from her early struggles. This is a woman who once doubted whether she could have children or live long enough to see them grow up. Now, she's healthier, more active, and setting an example for her sons. Being smaller than Misty might not have been her goal, but it's a powerful marker of progress. It also positions Amy uniquely in the Slaton family dynamic. She's no longer the smaller sister compared to Tammy, but still overweight. Instead, she's emerging as someone who has taken real control of her life, potentially even inspiring Misty to consider her own transformation. What this means for Misty. For Misty, the situation might feel bittersweet. On one hand, she's always wanted her sisters to succeed and become healthier. On the other hand, no one likes being compared unfavorably. If Amy is indeed smaller now, Misty might feel renewed pressure to focus on her own health. That could mean making lifestyle changes, or perhaps considering medical help like bariatric surgery if her doctors deem it necessary. Fans often forget that Misty, too, has her own life outside the TLC cameras. Unlike Amy or Tammy, she doesn't live under constant fan scrutiny. But with this new wave of attention, she might be pulled into the spotlight whether she likes it or not. The fans' fascination. Why do fans care so much about whether Amy is smaller than Misty? It goes back to the heart of reality TV. Viewers invest deeply in these families, following every up and down as if they were friends or neighbors. Seeing Amy, once overshadowed by Tammy and Misty alike, come out ahead in the weight loss race feels like a major victory to those who've rooted for her from day one. It also feeds into the show's ongoing narrative of transformation. Weight loss is visual, measurable, and symbolic of deeper emotional progress. For fans, Amy being smaller than Misty is a concrete way to chart her journey. Media coverage and social buzz. Entertainment outlets and gossip blogs have also picked up on the chatter. Headlines like "Amy Slaton stuns fans with slimmer frame, smaller than Misty" are drawing clicks. Social media hashtags are spreading. #TeamAmy, #AmaTransformation, #Mistivsamy. The speculation isn't just about size, it's about identity. Amy is no longer just Tammy's helper sister or the one who kind of succeeded. She's now being recognized for achieving something big on her own. If Amy really is smaller than Misty now, what happens next? Several possibilities. Amy's continued transformation. She may keep losing weight, building confidence, and reshaping her future as a mom and reality star. Misty's turn in the spotlight. The newfound comparisons may motivate Misty to take her own health journey more seriously, possibly becoming a bigger figure in future seasons. A family milestone for the Slatons. The fact that one sister can achieve such progress could encourage all of them. Chris has already had success. Tammy's story has shocked the world with her massive loss. Why not Misty next? Whatever happens, the fan fascination is unlikely to fade anytime soon. Beyond the numbers. At the end of the day, it's worth remembering, weight isn't the only measure of success. For Amy, the real victories are raising her kids, regaining independence, and showing resilience after heartbreak. Whether she's smaller than Misty or not, Amy is undeniably healthier, happier, and more confident than she was at the beginning of 1,000-pound Sisters. And for fans, that's the transformation worth celebrating. A symbol of hope. Amy's possible size victory over Misty represents more than sibling dynamics. It represents hope. Hope that people can change, that setbacks don't define the future, and that determination pays off. The Slatons have always been symbols of struggle and perseverance. Tammy's near-death experiences and subsequent transformation prove that even the most desperate situations can turn around. Amy's story shows that with small steps, family support, and persistence, dreams can become reality. For viewers struggling with their own weight or life challenges, Amy's possible shift into being smaller than Misty sends a powerful message. Change is possible. Fan predictions. Some fans are already making bold predictions. I bet by next season, Amy will be the second smallest Slaton sibling after Chris. This is only the beginning. Amy might shock us even more. I think Misty will finally join the journey now that Amy has passed her. Speculation fuels the fanbase, and as long as TLC keeps cameras rolling, the audience will stay tuned for answers. Is systole shift? So, is Amy Slaton smaller than Misty now? The evidence strongly suggests yes, but the bigger story is what that means. For Amy, it's validation of years of effort, a sign she's heading in the right direction. For Misty, it could be the push she needs to take her own next step. And for fans, it's another layer of intrigue in a family saga that continues to capture hearts worldwide. One thing is certain, the Slatons are evolving before our eyes. And whether it's Amy, Misty, Tammy, or Chris, their journeys remind us that transformation is always possible, no matter where you start.